The Real Housewives of New Jersey's Melissa Gorga speaks out about Joe Gorga's video with Joe Judas after receiving backlash from niece Gia Gittes. Melissa Gorga found herself on the defense again, following new claims made by her niece, Gia Judas, and her sister-in-law, Teresa Giudice, each of whom feel that Joe Gorga used Joe Judas as a ploy for views from the Real Housewives of New Jersey fans. The bad blood between the Gorga and Giudice families has existed on air for 10 seasons, beginning all the way back in RHONJ Season 3. However, when Joe Gorga ran into his former brother-in-law Joe Judas in the Bahamas, where the latter now resides, the former had nothing but love, posting a video of the two men hugging. The Real Housewives of New Jersey's Melissa Gorga and her husband Joe are in the hot seat after questions arose over why he posted this video. In an interview with E! News, Melissa was asked about the validity of the Post for Views claim, to which she simply replied, "I mean, how sad is that?" Expanding on the thought that it was sad anyone would think Joe had an ulterior motive for posting a joyful reunion, she further explained her side of the story using details from that day. "He showed up to the hotel we were at. We didn't go look for Joe Judas. They sought each other. It was unexpected." In the interview, Melissa said that Joe Gorga and Joe Giudice only talked about positive topics during their brief, unplanned Bahamas run-in, and that the men were genuinely happy to see each other. "Thank God the two of them, open arms, hugged it out. No mention of the past, no mention of Teresa, not even one word," Melissa exclaimed. Reminding fans that the two men had not seen each other in 8 years, she expressed how ready she and her husband are to move forward with his sister Teresa. "It's to the point now where it just feels toxic. I wish her luck. I wish her happiness." The fighting between these two hot-headed families has grown stale for longtime viewers of RHONJ. Gia's involvement in calling out Joe Gorga has only deepened this sentiment. There's been a lot of calls for a cast shakeup or a truce, with new storylines for the in-laws if both families stay on RHONJ. While each side has been seen begging the other, on air, for peace, it is still eluding the family, as the feelings of resentment prove too hard to fully pack away, and one wrong move or word has the ability to send either party spiraling back into a heated fight. RHONJ Season 13 is currently airing, with positive storylines for each family, including a second wedding for Teresa, her new love, Luis Ruiz, and a new house for Melissa and husband Joe. These huge storylines could have taken the two families away from fighting and towards happier times. However, this is still, sadly, not the case, with fights over wedding party invites, guest lists, and misunderstood intentions. Peace is unfortunately nowhere in sight. If this family makes it to RHONJ Season 14, hopefully they will heed everyone's cries that enough is enough and make efforts to hear each other out because it's time for peace.